I've been feeling myself, I've been trying to keep it all on track. I can tell you took your time, I've been thumbing through your gram like that. Bring my energy back, girl, you're something like the sunlight. Girl, you're something like the sunshine. You got the touch, girl, you got the best. Sending dirty pics, ooh, what's next? We should link up, let me guess. Flying overseas, make us. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it 100, keep it solid. It's a lone wolf, you know I'm wildin'. Stepping outside, feeling fresh. Grilled to the death, see it all over me. Me at the fire, yeah, that's pressure. Know you feel it. She keep dancing, it's electric. We can take our time, girl, we living in the moment. No, it don't stop, yeah, we too lit. We just pull up, then it's deuces. Too much talking, they don't do shit. I'ma take my time, cause I'm living in the moment, yeah. Let me take my time, cause I'm living in the moment, yeah. We should take our time, we just living in the moment. I make it easy, 2 steps in these shoes, you can't beat me. Got a cold heart in me, I'm freezing. It's a poppin', now they acting like they need me. You don't need me, that shit is called leeching. Can't trust these, bitch, be sneaky. Gotta charge these, no freebies. Turn it up, put this shit on repeat. Turn it up.
Just want the sounds of me and you now. We don't need anything but us. So show me without words. Shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Shut up and take me home. Morning after, lay around and lounge it out. Grab some breakfast, cause you know it's what I'm about. Netflix movie, see a show from the crowd. And our eyes meet, you know it's on my mind like that. We don't need anything but us. So show me without words. Shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. 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 Now, we don't need anything but us. So show me without words. Shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Shut up and take me home. Now, we don't need anything but us. So show me without words. Shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Ooh, shut up and take me home. Shut up and take me home.
Welcome back to another episode of Ask KLOMP, where you get to ask me anything you want, and I will try my best to... Hold on. I'm getting a call. Hello?
Hi, it's me, Hudson. Just letting you know, Dad, that I have pooped my diaper and it is smelling up the whole house. Yes, it's an extravaganza over here. By the way, when you come home, make sure you bring me more bubbas. Bubbas. Oh, do I love my bubbas. And don't think you are getting any sleep this weekend. I plan on being up all night with the loudest cries you've ever heard. No sleep for you, Dad. Bubbas, and more bubbas.
Okay, I get it. More bubbas. I'm writing it down right now. More bubbas. Cannot forget the bubbas or you'll be in big trouble. Anyway, so this week we got a whole lot of questions. And the first one I'm going to grab... Hang on. I got another phone call.
Okay, here's the situation over here. Ranger, by the way. I have chewing up the love seat, your favorite hat, and the sectional completely gone. Please accept my apologies for that. Now I'm calling because I want you to bring me home a milk bone. A big milk bone. Not the cheap ones, the tiny ones, cheapo. A milk bone the size of my head. And you're lucky. I could have bit the neighbor today, and I have chosen not to. So Ranger's been a good boy. I'm out. See you soon. Milk bone, Dad.
Okay, all right. Bring home a big, huge milk bone. Huge, okay. Big. The biggest one they got. I gotcha. Okay, Bubba's and milk bones. Finally, back to work. So Sally wrote in. She wanted to know, what's my... Hold on again. What now?
Okay, I got wind about this milk bone. Don't forget about me, your favorite dog, Rookie. You know, Rookie, the one that took care of your PlayStation 5 controller. Completely swallowed and gone. So don't worry, you do not need to play Call of Duty this weekend. I also left a big fat turd on the front porch, and the postman stepped in it, so we will not be getting mail delivery anymore. Now it could just be us, Dad. Rookie's always being a good boy. And by the way, the baby pooped his diaper. It really stinks in here. So get home. Don't forget, 2 milk bones.
No more mail delivery. At least it's better than the time that he almost bit the Pure Later guy. So we're getting limited on services here in Porcupine with these dogs. Off to a better note. I wanted to get back to this question because I've been dying to answer this for a long time. So they want to know what... Hang on. Hello, Hudson.
Hudson again. Isn't it funny, Dad, that you are 48 and I am 0? You won't get to retire until you're 106 years old. I don't know what was happening on Valentine's Day night, but I do not want any more brothers and sisters. You must have been praying because Mom kept saying, "Oh my God." This is Huddy Boy. Can't wait for you to come home. And don't forget about those babas. More babas, more babas.
All right, folks. Well, it looks like we cannot get through an episode of Ask Klomp because the phone keeps ringing and dinging. But I appreciate you from checking in. You have yourself a beautiful weekend. And I'm off to my tasks of picking up Milkbone, Bubba's, and getting no sleep. Have a beauty.
I want my milk bone. Milk bone.
Yeah, for non-romantics, Valentine's Day is called what?
Well, some people don't care about Valentine's Day.
No, a lot of
romantic
people don't.
or not.
A lot of people care about the discounted
last year
candy
didn't
that's
care.
going to be on the store shelves tomorrow.
Do they?
It's 50% candy day tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, it's like the day after Halloween. They call it what? Okay.
Yeah. For non-romantics, Valentine's Day is called what?
Well, Amy is saying Galentine's. That sounds familiar. This sounds like a question from last year, too. Is this Galentine's? I can't remember now. Let's see. Pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass works, too.
That's pretty good.
I like Susan's.
Allentine.
Yes. Allentine, for those without V or D. Cupid's Day, Carm. Yeah, that's another good guess. Anti-Valentine's.
I don't know if I can do Mark's Google question.
I'm so tired, I don't know if I can do Mark Google
You
questions.
can do it, Janice. Hey, hang in there. I got to live with it.
Janice-
Hallmark Day.
Janice always
But
tuning
this is
in
for
there.
the anti-Valentiners.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with, this sounds familiar, Galentine's.
Galentine's Day is correct.
Oh, there you go, kids.
There you go. Congratulations.
That's
You're a winner. You're 2 for 2.
Okay.
So here we go. Question number 3. Who receives the most Valentine's Day cards?
Oh,
On
right.
Valentine's.
Is it you this year?
It's not me.
It's
No,
not
no,
you.
No, we haven't exchanged our gifts yet. So
Okay.
I have no. I got
gonna-
my little guys
Who,
gave me a
who would
card today.
receive them? So I'm thinking like kids Kids give out a lot of Valentine's Day
Yeah,
cards.
they sure do.
How many did you choose me did you give out in grade school?
A lot.
And did
In
you
fact,
get
my boys
did you get any good ones
showed their
back?
haul today.
Yeah.
Coming back, they
Yeah.
got quite the haul.
I remember when
from the desk.
all the boys used to get like hearts and that, be my Valentine, and then I would get "You're a nice friend."
Nice friend, yeah. Already in the friend zone in grade 3, 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Okay, wives,
Yeah.
kids, me. No, it's not me. I'll tell you that. We have a few teachers here.
There's Chris.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he's
Louise.
saying teachers.
And
Louise
Jill had
says
said teachers, and Janice had said teachers. All right, Kinsman, I'm locking it in. There's a lot of smart
You're locking
people.
it in?
I'm locking
and,
it in.
Well, Janice is a teacher, so there we go. You're going to go with teachers?
Yeah.
Final answer. Hang on, let's hear what the gnome says.
Teachers.
There we go.
All right. So the gnome,
All right, yeah.
this is where you got all your work done today with the gnome.
Well, the gnome passed passing the Valentine spirit along here. Question 4: the first Valentine's Day box of chocolates was created by who?
Okay, so who's the master of chocolate? Is this a name or a company?
It's a name.
Okay.
Well, it is a company, but the
so
guy's name
I
is...
think the last name's going to be Hershey. Because it's Hershey with Hershey Kisses. We associate that with Valentine's Day. Unless it was Kenny M&M.
No, it's not Kenny and M&M. No, M&M are actually two people.
Johnny Cadbury Bar. Who makes that
almost,
rabbit?
You're close. You're close.
No, that rabbit.
I'm going to say you're warm. As you were playing hot and cold, you're warm. You're on the playing field.
See,
with that
I'm with Patricia with Hershey.
Not Hershey, no.
Gee.
I'm going to say right now, it's not Hershey at all.
Keisha says Purdy.
Purdy, it's not Purdy.
Well,
It's not a Purdy question.
it's not. Oh my God.
Not Purdy.
Okay.
Purdy's a newer chocolate.
Lindor's in chocolate.
Lindor's a newer chocolate too. These are the two the heavyweights who probably started the chocolate war.
Okay,
way back
you
in
said
the day.
I was close with Cadbury.
Well, yes,
Right?
you're warm with Cadbury, but we're looking for the full name.
Oh, is it Laura Secord?
Not Laura Secord. Well, if I said you were close with Cadbury, how does Laura Secord come into it?
All right, so we need someone to post the first name. I assume Cadbury's
who's
the
the guy?
last name.
Who's the guy that invented Cadbury?
Well, how are we supposed to know that?
Well, yeah, that's
Is
why I
it
asked you the question.
Secor Cadbury?
It's not Secor.
Well, hey,
That's
it could be
I think
Secor.
he's confusing that with Laura Secor.
Oh,
Dord. Cord.
okay. Good evening there, Sean.
There's
Appreciate
Sean-
you like
Sean
always.
Seal
He's
tuning
got a
in.
great profile pic, by the way.
He does.
Nesty. So we know the last name's Cadbury, but we don't know the. It could be anything. How are we going to get this?
Well,
Creamy?
name and name. No, it's who? Well, do we give you half points for Cadbury because you do have you've got the right family?
Richard? Is it Richard?
Yes, it is.
Richard Cadbury.
Barb Burka. There
Richard,
we go.
watch this.
Richard
Richard?
Cadbury.
Watch this, Kinsman. Cadbury. Okay. So Richard.
After a few drinks, where are you driving? Cadbury. You mean Sudbury? Cadbury.
Oh, really? Ooh, these are groaners
Okay,
tonight. I feel bad for Tracy on this date if that's the humor you're bringing.
No, she loves my humor.
Oh, I bet. Okay.
She does.
Well, all right, Kinsman.
Hey.
It's fill your tank night, by the
Yes,
way.
Fill your tank. Yes. What are you laughing at?
I can't. Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't going to say anything about your voice, but come on, man. You sound like me.
I sound like you tonight.
Well,
I lost my high end. I don't know.
well, okay, so what happened?
I
So,
voice for a living.
He,
Fine yesterday.
yes.
Go on our Valentine's
Here's-
date, and
yes.
Here I am.
So I'm very curious because you did the show last night.
Yes.
You had your regular booming,
The regular
sexy
booming
voice
well,
that
now
I'm
it's
very
even
envious
sexier
of.
now.
I'm very well.
I've got the low.
okay.
I've got the high end.
I'm very envious
That's right.
of.
Anybody need any commercials voiced?
You
send
went
it my
on your
way.
date night.
Yes.
You
yes,
told me
went
it
well.
was just dinner,
Yeah.
which is fine. You don't
Yeah.
want to give me all the details. And then you come home. Well, you come to the office,
I can't
and you
do
sound
that.
like this. So I want to fill in the blanks here, pal. And don't you tell
No,
me.
it was a good night.
Well, I know it was a good, obviously, with the voice. What were you guys yelling at traffic or
No,
something?
we were at we went to Boston Pizza. It was a little loud in there. Maybe screaming across the table to one another.
Is
But
that
yeah,
what you guys do on a date? You
No,
scream?
no, we don't scream. No. But
You guys are real Odd couple.
Anyhow, no, it's
Now I have the booming voice on the show.
you've got the booming voice.
That's right.
on the show.
Janice, Mark, what happened to your voice?
I'll take the
Too high of a heart
taking
rate.
the
That's
too
right.
high of a heart
That's
rate.
right. We were talking about a high heart rate with the job
Yes.
last night. It goes up to 200. Maybe that struck the voice down.
Yeah,
Who
it
knows
is.
what happened? But we could only imagine.
Well,
I'll have to do all the sponsor spots now.
on
Here,
the
Kinsman.
well, thank goodness I did them before.
That's what you.
no.
That's what you get for laughing at my
but
voice.
no, not sick. It's just it's almost
not
like a
sick.
kick. I've had laryngitis almost once in my
Almost
life.
one. How do you get it almost once? Is it close
Like,
to
it was close to this. Again, when you use the vocal cords for a living, this is what happens. I'm like it's like
Well,
a
my
musician.
voice-
I should be hearing a scarf.
I use my voice for a living, and I'm
I
perfectly
know.
fine. What's
I know.
going on here?
I don't know.
There was some foolery going on, but there's Tracy right there. Poor Mark. Maybe
Oh, I'm fine.
was Mark yelling across the table last night, Tracy, at Boston Pizza? Did you have to tell him to settle down or what? You want me to go to Boston Pizza and tell everyone to settle down if you can talk?
No,
Because I'll do that for you guys.
It was a good date. Good date night. Yeah, it's good.
Kinsman's giving us no information, as you can tell. He's shutting it all down. You've been known to shed a tear in a horror, so if it gets too scary, do you have a safe word for
Yeah, a safe word. Yes, Lizelle. If I just get up and leave during the show,
if he
that's
passes out?
no.
Well,
I do like a good horror book, and you know it's nice to see that you know. And I should say, if you're watching this right now, the book does have a tie to Northern Ontario, so we'll dive in and find out about the part of Northern Ontario that the book's a part of.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's start with Lizelle. We have two amazing guests.
Yes, we
so
do.
maybe for Lizelle, for some folks that aren't familiar, maybe we'll start with an introduction of who you are and tell us a little bit about your history. And we're going to chat about some cool facts about books that not even we knew.
Cool facts.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a Trinidadian Canadian author. I do currently reside in Timmins. And Delicious Monsters is my third published book. So I had a 2-book series come out before it, Blood Like Magic, which was a Governor General's literary finalist, and its sequel, Blood Like Fate. Been writing for a very long time, pretty much since I was a preteen. But I've had the fortune in the last few years to be publishing books for teens, and I have some other books that will be coming out as well. I'll have a middle grade book that'll be coming out. It's a He-Man book, which is pretty fun. So I'm getting to do a bunch of things. I'm just kind of enjoying writing books and sharing them.
Where did your passion for writing start? Did this start very early for you?
So kind of pretty much like I always told myself stories in my head, but I hadn't really put my mind to writing them down. And then unfortunately, when I was 13, I had a bully, and pretty much I would come home not feeling particularly great, and I just started writing. And when I would finish writing for the day, I wasn't really thinking about anything that happened at school. I was just like zoned straight into the writing, and it became this kind of like really great escape and outlet for me to have that. And then I just continued on later. Thankfully, I went to high school. Bully didn't go to that high school. And so I was freed from all of that.
That's right.
But I kept writing.
And turned it into a illustrious career. We also see that you're now tied in with, is it Simon and Schuster? Like, yeah, these are the big boys when it comes to writing books. This is, you know, is this a new venture that you are a new partnership?
So I've actually published all of my books through Simon and Schuster.
Oh, wow.
So they're my day one publisher. I've been with them, which has been really great because it's, you know, for me, that's like a dream publisher. It is like one of those big ones.
No
like,
kidding. Yeah.
you can see the office in downtown Toronto. And so it's very exciting.
When you're writing, you mentioned like, you know, you're writing for different age groups, but specifically to teens. When you're writing to teens, what type of research are you doing in the back end? Are you thinking about, okay, when I was a teenager, these are the things that resonated with me. Like, these were the stories. This is the flow of the story. Or are you doing research and like, because some generations and trends change? Do you go that much into the research when you're building a story, or is there a whole different process altogether?
So it's like kind of a bit of two. So
Yeah.
like I feel like the big overarching themes are like things that I also experienced when I was a teen, but I also want to like make sure they're relevant to teens today. And so they tend to be like pretty universal themes and things like that. So that I like pull from my own past, but I do like pay attention to teens. I don't know if it's like active research, but like I'm on TikTok and I'm on Twitter and I'm on,
Right.
you know, YouTube and stuff. And so I want to like also pay attention to make sure like they're not going to open the book and think, oh my gosh, this woman has like no idea what teens are like today. And so I always try and like check the relevance and like try and keep up with that and like make sure that like the book that I'm putting out for teens, because I want teens to read it and like see
Right.
themselves and get excited. And so I want them to feel like it's for them. I don't want them to open the book and like see like, I don't know, like 90s song references and be like, who is
Yeah.
this?
Hey, Kinsman,
Yeah.
that would be you. Like Reader's Digest, no teenager knows.
Oh,
what it is.
actually, the character in Delicious Monsters, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is a spoiler, it's like the smallest thing. I was laughing because they didn't know who Shania Twain was.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, yes, that's like accurate.
Yeah, I had put that in because like I certainly know who Shania Twain is, and like when I was a teenager, I knew her songs. But like teens today, I'm like
A teen from
how
Toronto,
many?
right?
Yeah. Well,
A
well,
teen
that's
from
good.
Timmins, different story.
Yeah.
Well, I
Big,
hope
big difference.
because you mentioned you had a bully or a bully earlier on in your life, and I've experienced that also. I hope you have a character that's like sort of like your bully, and he came to an awful demise in the book. I really hope so.
Well, so, you know, it is a horror movie, right?
Right.
Can
Yeah.
you give us a bit of tease without, giving away too much?
I don't have any characters like that. I think for me, the greatest revenge is success and pretending like that person doesn't exist. So I keep away from that. Also, I don't want to get sued in case someone is like, I think that's
I think
me.
that's
I
about
think
me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. And Simon and Schuster get the
Yeah.
phone call, then you get the phone call. That's just a big mess,
Well,
right?
you
So-
see, like Lizelle's like she takes the higher ground than me because all my bullies, I look on Facebook and I hope they're toothless and divorced 12 times. But Lizelle has the right way. Success is the greatest form
That's
of
it,
revenge.
right?
I'm learning a little bit tonight here, kids.
Yeah, we're definitely learning, and it's an amazing new book.
Well, it is
And Delicious Monsters.
the delicious monster.
Now, I wanted to ask you, Lizelle, the tie to Northern Ontario. It's now it's 17-year-olds, walking through. Do they discover a hidden haunted house? What is the basis of this new book?
Yeah, so it is a teen and her mom inherits this mansion in Northern Ontario, which I have created a fictional mansion and I've nestled it in the Kanagamasee kind of cottaging area.
Okay.
And so her mom inherits this mansion, and unbeknownst to the main character Daisy, she actually spent a bunch of summers there as a child and just like never talked about it, never mentioned it, never brought it up until now they've inherited this mansion. But they get there and her mom is like, don't go inside. Under no circumstances are you going inside of that house. And the thing about Daisy is she can see dead people, and she starts to discover a link between these dead people she's seeing and this mansion. And she's like, I have to figure things out, but also I want to kind of like know what my mom is hiding. And then we have 10 years in the future, we have a YouTuber named Brittany, and she like has a YouTube series that she does with her best friend, and she's trying to investigate what happened to a girl in the mansion 10 years prior, which is the exact timeline in which Daisy and her mom are living there. So it's like a dual timeline horror / psychological thriller.
Wow.
And so they move to the Kanagamasee area there.
It's very interesting because I'm very passionate about horror / thrillers, whether it's a Michael
Yeah.
Myers or a great thriller.
Definitely.
Is this a genre you like grew up enjoying? Is this what tied you into sort of writing a horror novel, thriller type novel, or is this something like you thought that would be probably what would resonate the best with the teenage audience you were going for?
So for me, I grew up really being into horror. Like me and my mom used to just like sit in front of the TV and we'd put on horror movie after horror movie after horror movie. Like we'd watch anything together. And so I was really into horror movies and shows, but I had actually not really like actively read horror books. For some reason, it just never crossed my mind. And then I had a friend who was like, "Hey, have you ever like thought about writing like the horror book?" And I was like, "Oh, no." But now that you've brought it up, I'm actively thinking about it.
All right, another busy week in What's Up in the community. And we're getting close to crunch time. Craft Hockeyville. I know we all enjoyed the U18, the Junior Canadian Curling Championships at the MAC last week. If you've got any pictures, post them up online, crafthockeyville.craftcanada.ca, and go find the Timmins Tourism submission for the McIntyre Arena. $250,000 will be given to the winning arena, and of course a preseason NHL game. And we've only got to the 19th to get those submissions in. So let's go do that. And mark it off on the calendars for next Wednesday, the next free date with Dare Timmins. This time they're going to be at the Timmins Public Library with presentations on anti-bullying. It's Pink Shirt Day, so if you have time, find your pink shirts and join Francine Dennis and Rick Lemieux for their presentations. Now, the English reading is at 6 o'clock, and the French reading is going to be at 6:30. And the month of February is registration month for kindergarten. If your little one is born in 2019, it's time to get them pre-registered for kindergarten in the fall. And we've had the chance to join up with the Northeastern Catholic District School Board and visit a couple of schools, Pope Francis Elementary and St. Joseph's. And if you want to get your little ones signed up for that, in fact, go to our Facebook page. We've got the Pope Francis Elementary video up and soon to be posted. We'll have St. Joe's for you to maybe get a better feel for getting your little one signed up. But if you want to get your little one in for a tour, you can visit their website, ncdsb.on.ca, or you can even phone the school, Pope Francis or St. Joe's, or any of the schools in the Northeastern Catholic District School Board, and book a tour. And the Merchants of Downtown Timmins, did you get a ballot in for this one? Well, we definitely know that Lori Field got a ballot in. She was the winner of the $3,000 giveaway back on Valentine's Day. Look at all that loot. Lori Field enjoying the big win, so congratulations to Lori. And again, a big thumbs up to Martin Peel from Pads Canine Protection and Detection Services. Sonia Beeman, we did the draw live. If you go back to the Facebook page, draw where we did the draw earlier this week, we drew Lori's name. Gave her a phone call, and Lori enjoying a $3,000 win thanks to the Merchants of Downtown. And what's to say about this week? The Under-18 Junior Canadian Curling Championships at the MAC last week. An absolute treat to see all the teams, all the coaches, all the players coming in from all corners of the country. And again, thumbs up to Steve Meunier and his team and the McIntyre Curling Club for putting on such a great tournament that week. And how about those Timmins Rock coming off a great win this week? It was a nail-biter, no scoring until the last 4 minutes of the third when they took on the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners. But a win's a win. They got the job done, 1-0. And guess what? That puts them 12 wins in a row as they fine-tune, headed toward the playoffs. Playoffs will begin mid-March. They've got some fine-tuning to do. Let's see if we can, win the remaining games of the season. Powassan, we're on the road this weekend, and then we're back at the MAC for Family Day on Monday. Note the start time for Family Day's game. It is a 3 o'clock start at the MAC, so let's pack the MAC. Get those tickets at timminsrock.com. And Bonhomme Carnival, who are you voting for? Are you voting for, Pierre? Are you voting for Sylvie? How about Ernest? And again, you can get those votes in the Larone Facebook page between now and February the 25th for the big reveal. And if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Saturday, this is going to be a lot of fun. It's a winter hiking day at Hersey Lake. So if you want to get, involved with this hike, you're advised to pre-register by calling the MRCA building. The number, am I blocking it? I am blocking it. There we go. Just jot down that number and get yourself in. They also recommend carpooling. You can see there's going to be snow yoga there, obviously the hiking, and bird watching. And this is pretty cool. Happening on Saturday, Lizelle Sambury is launching her book. It's a book launch and author talk with Lizelle. And again, it happens 2 to 3 this Saturday at the Timmins Public Library with a question and answer period. And this is going to be a lot of fun coming up on Monday for Family Day. There's a free family fun day happening at Hollinger Park, put forth by the Timmins Community Park Association from 11 to 4. They're going to have some skating. There's going to be hot chocolate and hot dogs for the kids. And if you're looking for skate rentals, well, they've got the, if you need skates, the trailer, you can, borrow skates and put them back. And again, that's going to be a lot of fun. So fingers crossed, and I should be doing this, fingers crossed, weather permitting, it's going to be a fun day on Monday. And Shrove Tuesday, or otherwise known as Pancake Tuesday, coming up this coming Tuesday. And look, you can have pancakes at the Covenant Church on 8th. This one starts at 5. And if you can't make it to that one, there's another one happening in Porcupine as well. Finally, just wanted to give a shout out to all the hotel maids out there who had to change the sheets back on the 15th. And there you have it, another busy week in What's Up in the community.
I have one question for you this morning. Are you shoulding all over yourself? Happy Wednesday, Sylvie here, head rebel at Rebel Soul, and welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays with Sylvie, where I talk about life, personal growth, mindset, and yoga as a lifestyle. So before we get into shoulding and using the word should and why it could be problematic and what we can maybe replace it with, I just want to talk about how I finally got a KINZ and KLOMP t-shirt. It's only been, 4 weeks, and finally got my hands on this bad boy. I don't know, maybe we could do like a who wore it best and get our photos lined up with each other, and we can get people to vote on who wore their KINZ and KLOMP t-shirt best. I don't know. I'm really digging this color red on me right now. What do you think? It is Valentine's Day week, so maybe kind of showing off that the red and the color of love, compassion, and kindness. Speaking about kindness, how can we be kinder to ourselves? And today is talking about using the word should and why it's an issue. So oftentimes in my life, I found myself at a crossroad. I'd be sitting there having coffee with a friend, and I'd say, hey, I really want to do this, but I should be doing this. And whenever I came up with this language, my friend looked at me and she said, Sylvie, friends don't let friends should all over themselves. And so this is the problem with the word should. We use it in our vocabulary to often insinuate something that we think we need to be doing. So oftentimes I should be going to the gym, I should be waking up earlier. Sometimes it's shouldn't, so I shouldn't be going back to school. I'm too old to start a new career, I shouldn't be doing that. Should. And the problem with should is that it moves us out of, first of all, out of the present state into a desired state. But the problem is that it's very self-critical, right? It's almost using this kind of language of I'm not good enough. I should be doing this, but I'm not. So I am now shoulding on myself because I'm not there yet. I remember in November, I was trying to have like the morning routine where that 5 a.m. club has been becoming very, very popular, of waking up early. And it was like shoulding all over myself. And I wasn't getting up early enough, and I'm just not a morning person. And the reality with my schedule is that I usually work into the evenings. So waking up at 5 a.m. when I'm going to bed at 10, 11, midnight, because I've worked that evening, is just not realistic. So I kind of let that go. I was feeling really bad about myself because I felt like I should have been doing those things. Let's talk about shoulding and alignment. So oftentimes, shoulds come from societal pressure. And I'll give you an example. And this is a very typical script if you grew up in North America. Go to school, get your degree, get a job that you'll work at for the next 50 years and die there. Find a partner, get married, have kids, buy that big house with the white picket fence. Amazing if that is in alignment with what you truly want and desire in life. but I found myself in that journey, and I had that good paying job right after I got my degree. Pension, benefits, all those things that I should be wanting, that my parents wanted me to have. But the problem is I was going home every day after work completely miserable. And I was thinking, what is wrong with me? I did all the things that I should have been doing. Why am I not happy? The problem was that it wasn't in alignment with what I truly desire and want for myself in this life. And so it took a long time for me to figure that out. It took a long time for me to figure out what is in alignment with who I am and how I operate, and getting that, office job at a desk for the next 35 years is not who I am. And that if I would have followed that, I would have it just seems like a long road to misery, really, because it wasn't who I was. It takes a lot of courage to go move away from that mainstream societal thinking. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of mindset work. It takes a lot of self-discovery to figure out what you really want and desire in this life and how to move in that direction. Because if you don't, you won't be in alignment with yourself, right? So whenever you find yourself shoulding, that is an invitation to explore a little bit more where that comes from. So 2 reflection pieces for you today is notice where you're shoulding. Notice where that came from, where that ideal that you should be doing this thing, where did it come from? Does it belong to you? Is it something that you truly want to do? And then let's replace that language. I could get that full-time job, or I could start that business. I could stay where I am, or I could go back to school and retrain and start a new career. I could leave this relationship, or I could try to work on it. I could go to the gym, or I could go for a walk. So try replacing that language and see how it works for you. Let's let go of the shoulds. Let's stop criticizing ourselves and thinking we are not good enough. Change the language, we change the mindset, we then start to change our lives and our outlook on our lives and the world around us. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know where you've been shitting all over yourself and that you're ready to let this go. I hope you enjoyed this segment. Let me know what you'd like to talk about in the next upcoming weeks. I have a lot of you that are sending me messages of encouragement and inspiration. Thank you so much for doing that. And have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Ciao, ciao.
Te besaré la frente en cada amanecer. El día de repente se vuelve a atardecer. Te bañará la espuma bailando en su baile. Y cuando el sol se oculte, te volveré a querer. Suéltame cuando estés sola, piénsame. Donde quieras estaré. Te daré un mar de estrellas que alumbre tu belleza. Suéltame. Te bañará la espuma bailando en su baile. Y cuando el sol se oculte, te volveré